Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Olloclip lens, which is this thing over here. It's a 3-in-1 lens for your iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. It has a macro lens, it has a wide angle lens and also a fisheye lens, so you get some great effects. But I'm sure as you can see from the title over here, this is actually a knockoff version of the original Olloclip lens. This one costs or retails for about $12.99 and the original Olloclip lens retails for £60 roughly in the UK. So because there's such a massive difference in the prices, I thought it would be a good idea to show you exactly what sort of quality you can expect from this one, as I've got both of them and I've found that this is pretty much the exact same thing. The original one is available in black and red. This one comes in pretty much any colour that you want, so I thought it would be a good idea to show you how it stacks up against the original. So you can watch this video, compare it to some of the clips that you might see on YouTube of the original, and see if there's a difference just to justify you spending that extra. But as I say, I can't spot the difference and this is only $12.99, so this is a definite must-have. So here's the box itself. Let's go ahead and open this up. As we said, the box is horribly designed, but we want to see what's inside. Just move that over to one side. Taking a look at what you get inside, you've got the actual device itself there. You get these lens covers, which are pretty nice. One for the front, one for the back. And you also get this little pouch, a little nice safe place to put it while you're travelling, which is really nice. Taking a closer look at the device itself, if we just get that nice and close to the camera for you. The lens itself. On this side over here you have the fisheye lens, the massive one, and on this side over here you have the wide angle lens. I'm not sure if you can see the writing over there, but it just says turn for macro. All you do is just unscrew this wide angle lens at the top to reveal the macro lens underneath, which is pretty handy, so your 3-in-1 lens are all there. If I just pop that back on. So in terms of the build quality, this is exactly the same as the original, which is what I love about it. It costs so much less, so I'd always recommend going for this one and saving yourselves a large bit of money. What we're going to do is just attach this to the iPhone itself, take it outside and see what kind of pictures that we can take with it. We'll also take some pictures indoors just to see exactly what sort of quality you can expect from it. But in terms of the build quality, once again, as I said, it's exactly the same as the original, so I definitely recommend going for this one and saving yourself a whole lot of money. And important point to mention is that it fits on my iPhone 4S with a screen protector and a rear protector on it, but it won't fit with a case, so that's one thing to keep in mind, depending on how thick your screen protector is. But the ones that I have for the front and the back, this slides on just fine. If I just show you a quick example, no problems there, slides on perfectly fine. And it's also good to mention that it doesn't scratch the phone in any way, which is definitely something that you'd want to consider before just sliding something onto the case of your phone. But you can see it fits on there really nicely. You can only use it, of course, with the rear camera. It doesn't fit around the front, but the rear camera is the one that's the better one out of the iPhone 4S, so it's definitely the one that you want to slide it on. I thought it'd also be worth mentioning that once this thing's on your phone, it's not the kind of thing that's just going to come off. It's on there pretty secure. You can see there, it's not the sort of thing that's just going to drop off while you're walking around. So it's on there pretty securely. The only way you're going to take it off is to actually slide it off yourself. It does hold on pretty well, which is, again, a definite plus. So in terms of the dimensions of this thing, it's 1.2 by 1.3 inches, and it's 20 grams in weight, so it's incredibly light, something that you can carry around with you all the time. A quick definition of what it is, as the name suggests, it's a clip that slides over the top right-hand side of your iPhone's camera, and allows you to take some really cool pictures with great effects and also videos. Now, as I've already mentioned in this video, this does work with the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S, and if you've got a screen protector on your phone, it will slide over that, depending on how thick the screen protector is. In terms of what apps you can use it with, any apps that use the rear camera on the iPhone or the back camera of the iPhone, this will work with. It can work with picture apps as well as video apps, so that's definitely something worth mentioning. One that it really has great results with is Instagram. As we said earlier on, the larger lens over here is your fisheye lens. The smaller one on this side, on my right hand side, is the macro and also the wide angle lens. At the minute, this one over here is the wide angle. If you want to reveal the macro lens, as you might be able to see over there, it says turn for macro. All you do is just unscrew this lens over here, and it reveals the macro lens right there for you. So there are your 3-in-1 lenses over there. You have your fisheye, your macro, and your wide angle. As I showed you earlier on, it comes with a little nice carry case for you to slip it into your pocket or a bag so it doesn't get scratched or damaged, and it also comes with these two caps over here. If I switch those around the right way, the larger cap over here is for the fisheye lens, to keep that nice and safe when it's put away, and the smaller cap over here covers the wide angle lens and also the macro lens, which are of course in the same place that I showed you earlier on. You can see that that's nice and protected there, and then you can also slip it into this nice little bag. So with the clip that's riding around now, you can see what it's like to shoot video using the fisheye lens out of the 3-in-1 lenses. With the fisheye lens, in video mode, it doesn't add so much of a fisheye effect in terms of there's not so much cropping around the sides of the image, or in this case the video, when you compare it to the pictures that you take with the same lens. With the wide-angle lens, it does the exact same thing that it does in picture mode as in video mode. It just expands what you can see and adds a lot more from the point that you're standing at, which is really, really nice. And with the macro lens, you can see that I did a couple of video shots of my cat, zoomed out far, you can see it's just a blur. And when you get real close, you can see every strand of hair on the cat, which is pretty cool. That's the clip that you can see running around right now. But you can see that it is quite tricky to get the shot clear, because you have to keep your hand and the object you're taking a picture of, or video, incredibly still. So the image that you can see on your screen right now, on the left hand side, that's me taking a picture at my gym using the wide angle lens. The image that you can see on your right hand side is of me using the standard iPhone 4 camera. Keep in mind I'm standing in the exact same spot as I've taken both of these images. You can see with the image on the left using the wide angle lens, just how much more this lens allows you to capture. It creates a really cool effect that I really like, making this probably one of my favourite lenses out of all three. The image that's rolling around now is of me using the fisheye lens to your left hand side. This is of me sitting in the front seat of my car. You can see just how much more the fisheye lens allows you to capture. It's insane how much of the image you can see from the point I'm sat in. You can actually see the passenger seat from the driver's seat with me pointing the camera straight at the steering wheel, which just shows you what sort of an angle this image or this lens allows you to capture. The image that you can see on your right hand side is just me in the exact same position at the exact same distance using the standard iPhone 4S camera. Now the group of images that are going to roll around next, the next 4 clips are using the macro lens. The one on the left hand side of a flower is as close as the iPhone 4 camera would let me get to the flower without losing focus. The image on the right hand side is me using the macro lens to get much closer to the flower, to a point where you can actually see the fibres of the flower, you can see the raindrops, and you can even see a small tear that I couldn't even see with my eyes. The next image that's rolling around, the one on the left hand side, is of me getting as close as I can to my car tyre using the standard iPhone 4 camera. The image on the right is of me using the macro lens to get even closer to actually show you the rubber fibres within the tyre, again things I couldn't see with my own eyes. So after having had a look at all of the 3 different lenses, starting off with the fisheye lens, that's a really cool lens. I can't believe how much image you get in a single shot. As you've seen from the different examples I've shown you, you can do some really cool things and create some really cool images using that lens. But it's important to mention that all of the different images that you take, around the edges of the image, you'll find a little bit of distortion and the images aren't too focused as they are towards the center point of the image, which is just something worth mentioning, but it's sort of part and parcel of using this effect. That's something that's expected with such an intense fisheye effect on the image. Moving on from there, taking a look at the wide angle lens, that's probably, in my personal opinion, the best lens, because it gives you a little bit of the fisheye effect, but you're still able to retain a high quality image without too much distortion, but you can still get some really cool effects from that lens. So that's got to be my personal favourite. And with the macro lens, as you've seen from the examples I've shown you, you can take, again, some really cool pictures. You can go really close up to things and see things that you wouldn't normally see, and again create really cool effects and pictures from that. But you have to keep the image that you're taking, whatever you're taking an image of, very still, and the camera itself has to be kept very still in order to get a clear image. So that's just some things for you guys to keep in mind. But as always, there'll be a link in the video description to where you guys can go and pick up your 3-in-1 iPhone lens if you're after one. As always, I hope this video has been helpful and given you a bit more insight into the product as we've compared it to some of the other ones out there. But if you want any more information, feel free to drop a comment below. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe if you've liked this video, and take care till next time, guys.